Okay, so when it comes to organizing your bug out bag, there's surprisingly a lot of different ways you can go about it. You can use dry bags, you can use stuff sacks, you can use molly pouches, Ziplocs, a lock sack bags, pelican cases, or you can just get your backpack and throw all your stuff in there and have it super unorganized. You can always do that. So, the past, couple years, really, I like a really organized bug out bag. So I've gotten different molly pouches. I've gotten um, a lock sack bag, Ziploc bags, dry bags, stuff like that. And I haven't really been satisfied with any of them. All of them have pros and cons. Uh, but what I have here is in the past I tried, they're called Eagle Creek packing cubes, Eagle Creek packet cubes, or something like that. And what they're designed to do is you put your clothing in there when you air travel or before you pack it in a duffel bag, and then you all your clothes are in organized cubes, so you can have all underwear in one, all socks in one, all t-shirts, all jeans, etc., etc. And you can get multiple sizes. So it makes frequent flyers or frequent travelers. It makes their life a lot easier when they're packing their clothes. But as preppers, we can utilize that too because if you want to organize pack. So what I have here is four of, I don't even know the name. All they say are Amazon Basics. I'm going to leave a link below because I think it's a really good deal. It's Amazon Basics packing cubes, I believe they're called, and these are the size small. They make a small, medium, large, and maybe extra large. The reason I went with the small is currently the backpack I'm using is about 7 inches deep by 11 inches wide. It's a bucket style. It's the Hill People Gear Lindy, so it doesn't have pockets or anything. It's a dump style pack. So, and it's rectangular. So I was looking at the dimensions of these, and these are 11 inches wide, and they're 7 inches deep. So, like I was saying, in the past, I had a few of those Eagle Creek packet cubes or whatever they're called. And I ripped one of them. I think I had two, and I kind of lost the other one. I don't know what happened to them. And this was a couple years ago, and then I went and I was using different things like stuff sacks, so it'd pack it into stuff bags, so it'd pack into cylinders, and I'd pack those in, and it still wasn't that organized. Don't ask me why. So I was on Amazon the other day, maybe a week or two ago, and I wanted to find something else. So I was looking at those Eagle Creek packet cubes, and they were nice and everything. I believe they're about $8 a piece, which, like, for a pouch isn't all that expensive when you compare it to, say, like Maxpedition or VanQuest or 511 or all those kind of tactical nylon manufacturers. But still, $8-9. I wanted, four, maybe five of them. So when it's all said and done, you're spending, quite a bit. So I was looking at the description of one of those, and I forget their dimensions. They were like 10 by 6 or 10 by 6.5 or something. So it's just a little too small for my liking. Then the next size up was way too big because I wanted to stack them vertically. So I was looking at those, and then it said other products you may like. So I clicked on these, and they looked nearly identical to the Eagle Creek packing cubes, but they're the dimension I wanted perfectly, and they were a little cheaper too. I got all four of these for $19.99 with free shipping, so $20. So each one of these is $5. So I gave you the dimensions. This one, because it's packed really full, is a hair over 11 inches, and it's about 6 3/4 and the width of it, I want to say this one's about 3.5 inches because it's packed pretty full. So I believe these are the size small, and they're 7 by 11 by 3 inches deep. How I have them in my bag is this, I'll go through all of them, but I normally stack them like this with the food on the top. So if you can picture in my backpack, they're stacked like this under compression. They're compressed from the sides. So you can see, even like this, stacked all the way up, I believe they're like 14 inches tall. Oh no, I take that back, about 13, 12 and a half. 12 and a half tall. My backpack's 20 inches, so I have about 8 inches left to do other stuff with. They have nice nylon grab handles, so you could also pack them like that way. But let me just go through them real quick, just to give you an illustration of like what you can fit in these bad boys. Okay, so this one here is my base layers. And in the future, I'm probably going to sew some Velcro here and get some type of labels or somehow label these just so it's more organized. But in this one, I have merino wool top and bottom base layer. I have a set of synthetic chonies, and I have a synthetic / wool t-shirt. And then I have a pair of Wiggies boot socks. And then in the future, I might add like a lightweight, very like a liner winter glove, and maybe a very lightweight beanie, because technically those are kind of base layers. So in this, and if you can hear the zippers, they're decent. They are smaller. It's a smaller size zipper, but why I like that is it saves on weight, because zippers are actually quite heavy. It has a mesh top, nylon bottom. It feels like maybe a 200 denier diamond grid ripstop nylon. It feels like a lot of the kind of an outdoor, think of like Kelty backpack or Gregory, one of those. So that's my my base layers. Next one, if we're on clothing, this is my insulation. And this one I'm not super happy about. It just doesn't seem that efficient. But I just have a Marmot Primaloft jacket and underneath an Outdoor Research rain jacket. What I might do in the future, I still have to buy a new pair, but I'm going to be getting a pair of gaiters, a waterproof gaiters. So I'll probably throw those in, because this can compress down quite a bit. I'll throw those in, so all my waterproof gear and a puffy jacket is all contained in one of these pouches. And then I'll label this insulation / shell. You get the picture, just right here. The next one, kind of want to save this one till last. The next one is food. Now, this pouch is, let's just check it right now. This pouch full weighs 4 pounds 4 ounces. You might be like, what the hell do you have in there? Well, let me explain. And this is my rations bag. And again, this is for a bug out bag, get home bug out bag. So this could be overnight, this could be a 1 week ordeal, stuff like that. So I have some single serving cappuccinos. And again, this is for multiple people, me and the girlfriend. So I have, and again, all this is just kind of random stuff that I had in my cabinet. Just apple cider. I only have one coffee bag. I have to add more of those. I just have some black tea. Because personally, if you're kind of, even if it's filtered or boiled or whatever, if you're drinking less than ideal tasting water, it's always nice to have something to add to it. And I just have one of these. It's Alpha Omena or Alpha Omino Fruit Punch. So it's a sports drink. It's made by Celicor. It's like a sample. I think I got it from GNC or something. And it's just kind of an amino acids. I'm trying to look at the lysine, amino acids. There's probably some caffeine, some arginine. So this is more of like kind of a energy type thing. And then I just have some quick crunchy peanut butter Cliff Bar, some Power Bars, another Cliff Bar, another Cliff Bar. I have some bouillon cubes. I have one packet of baked apple instant oatmeal. I have some chocolate breakfast essentials. So they're kind of like protein shakes, but you just can add them to water, mix them up. I have some tuna packets. This is like straight protein. And then I have some yellow rice. This is kind of the only rice that I'll eat. Kind of jasmine yellow rice, chicken fried rice, and chicken flavored s'more rice. And all of these we just got from the grocery store, and they were just extras we had in the cabinet. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for like Mountain House foods and stuff like that, and I have some of those. But the problem I find with those are not only are they kind of expensive, but if you're talking about bug out bag and they'll sit in there for a couple of years, it doesn't matter as much. But a lot of this was just, I literally pulled a lot of this out of my pantry and threw it in here. So I don't have to like wonder about expiration dates, or like if I spend say $40 on some Mountain House meals, more likely than not, each time I go out in the woods, I'm going to be like, well, I spent money on those, so I might as well bring some with. And then when you actually need this bug out bag, there's not going to be any food in it. So all this is good edible food, but just here and there from random stuff, just random kind of stuff I pulled out of the pantry. So again, that weighs 4 pounds, but that is that's a lot of food, a lot of comfort food too. But I'd rather, personally, I'd rather pack more food and less, less other stuff I don't need as much. And then this is my shelter module. So this is the AquaQuest Guide tarp, bomb proof. I've used this a lot. It weighs 1 pound. It's big enough for me and her. Like it a lot. Like the color, durable. I like the tie outs. What's more to say? This, I don't want to share too much about it. It's a product that we got sent to us. It's a Tyvek Bivy. I'll leave it at that. I'm currently testing, and I apologize to the person that sent it to me. I was going to use it right away, but the weather that we were having, it was at night, it was only getting down into the 60s and 70s, and I didn't think that would be a quality test of this bivy. Now the weather's starting to cool down. It's starting to get down around freezing at night. So I'm still in the process of using this, and I apologize to you about not getting this review out sooner, but I kind of wanted this to be a higher quality, longer term test. I have used this multiple times, and I love this thing. It puts the SOL Escape Bivy to shame. I'm going to leave it at that. Stay tuned for the review on that. But again, that's a ground sheet and a bivy, so I'll put my sleeping bag, which I don't include here, or my whoopee inside there, and then this protects me from the ground. And then this is I'm not going to pull it out, but this is the Thermarest Neo Air that I folded up precisely to fit into this pouch. But then this will go inside of that bag, mates up perfectly, and it gives it a little more resistance from punctures. This is the Neo Air Trekker edition, so it does have a thick fabric on the bottom, but I still don't want to risk anything, so this is just an extra layer of insurance, plus it's warmth because it's aluminized on the inside. And then I kind of totally space it out, but what I'm also going to do, I don't have a lot of space to spare in this module, but I'm going to add my aluminum MSR groundhog stakes and my different shelter rigging hardware, which is, like, figure 9, some carabiners, some different products from Night Eyes, some bank line, so portage and hardware. I can probably find space in here for that, and then that way this whole thing is shelter. This is shelter. And, you guys might think I'm crazy because I don't pack a tent and all that stuff. That's just me. But this thing is light. And this is shelter. So it's not counting insulation, like sleeping bag and stuff like that. But it's something to sleep under, something to sleep in, and something to sleep on. And this weighs 2 pounds, 10 ounces. So, real quick, I could not leave this video without mentioning why I even thought of using packing cubes. I went back on YouTube and I tried finding the video, and it's hard to find, and I'll try finding the link before I post this video. But the Urban Prepper, he's probably one of the most well organized, super organized, slightly OCD level organized bug out bags and EDC bags, everything. He has it very compartmentalized, very this is tools, this is electronics, this is shelter module, this is clothing, all that stuff. So that's partially where this concept came from, because that way I have shelter. Like I said, I'm going to get a label. I have rations or food, and, like, truth be told, I could add a few light my fire sporks in here. I could add my water filter, and some collapsible water bags, so this can be food and water. And then this is like shell, insulation and shell. And then this is base layers. And then look how well organized that is. And I'm not going to weigh each pouch empty, but I'll tell you, they probably weigh 2 ounces. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So half a pound, probably less than that, probably an ounce. So about 4 ounces I'm devoting to having super organized bug out bag. The advantage that, sorry about this video getting long-winded, I always try and make short videos, they seem to be really long, is it makes it super easy to distribute your load in the backpack. So if you're stacking vertically, what I like doing is, this is the lightest one, and this is probably, I'll only have to get into this like at night maybe, and then this one's pretty light. This one is a little lighter, but it's more likely that I'll need this first, and then the food I'll probably need lastly, but it's the heaviest. So what just happened there is lightest to heaviest. So I have the bulk of my weight up right by my shoulders, which is how I like it. Some people like the weight down low, whatever. I guess just my philosophy is I want kind of the weight as high as possible. And again, I don't have a super tall backpack. So if you had a super tall backpack that extended over your head, I'd still try and keep the most of your weight kind of around your shoulder blades. That way you don't get super top heavy. My backpack's short. It ends like right at my shoulder blades, so I want all my weight right there. It just carries better for me. So by using these, you can not only organize your gear, because like I said, the backpack I'm using, it has like no pockets whatsoever, and I don't find that as a downside, because that leaves it up to me to organize how I want it. And again, that's the Hill People Gear Lindy backpack, and there's no organization or pockets whatsoever in the backpack. which saves probably 2 pounds, if not 3 pounds of weight. And then in return, I only have to devote about 8 ounces at the most to pack organization. And I think that's the best way to do it, because then I can always transition these. If I ever get a new backpack, which I probably won't, but if I ever get a new one, I can use these same things. I can take them out, put them in there. And then these can also serve double purpose, or you can also use them how they're intended. If you are a frequent flyer, you can pack your different levels of clothes and then pack a carry-on bag super efficiently, so you don't have to carry any checked baggage. Hope you like this video. Hope you like this content. It was kind of, yeah, a shorter video, kind of random, I guess. But I believe these are called the Amazon packing cubes, luggage, garment cubes, something like that. I'm going to leave the link. $20, so they end up being $5 a piece. I think they're really durable. I like the mesh front so you can visually see what you got. But if you haven't already, make sure to like this video. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And until next time, this is Steve. Stay safe.